Today we'll discuss about the constructors in C++. Already in previous class we have discussed about what is class, how to create the class, how to create the objects, how to initialize the objects, how to pass the values into the functions. It means member of the class function. So whatever you are written in that class that are called are the members. If you are written or if you are taken the variables in class is known as data members. The functions what you are written in that class is called as the member function. So constructor is also a function, but it is a special kind of a function. Why? Because the name of this constructor is same like as class name, and this can be used to initialize the objects, and these are invoked automatically when you are created the object. So this has having some special features or special characteristics, so that it is called as a special member function. So constructor is a function which is the same name as class name, which can be used to initialize the objects. These are invoked automatically whenever you are created the object. So we have the several types of constructors also that we will discuss. See here the characteristics are there on the screen. All of you see that constructor is a class member function with the same name as class name. Is a member function of class initialized objects of the class. The main purpose of constructor is to allocate memory for class objects. It initializes the objects means whenever it initializes it automatically the memory is also allotted for that object. The fourth one characteristic constructor is automatically called when object is created. Generally, suppose you are written any function in a class, you have to call that function by using the object of that class only. But not like the constructors. The constructor function no need to call that. So just simply create the object, the compiler will calls automatically. If ordinary function, you have to call them. But if you are taken this constructor, or if you want to call the constructor, no need to call like as a ordinary member function. Just create the object that will be invoked automatically. Means the memory is allotted and the values are also initialized. So these are the four characteristics of constructors. Once again, I'm repeating. It is very very important. It is the same name as class name. It initializes the objects. It will it calls automatically when object is created. Right? And allocate the memory also automatically. See the one example here. Already one we have one example here. Right. See this. This is example of constructor. So here class A is there. In that, in public section, we have one data member X and one function is there A. See in this one example, name of the what is the name of the class A, and in public we have A after the bracket is there, no, that is constructor, because it is same name as class name, right? One more thing you have to know here. So whenever you are taken this, the class name same as the function name, before that function means it is a constructor. Before the constructor, don't write any return type, even the void also, because these function can be used to initialize, means assigning the values into the variables only. Initialization in the sense to assign the values in the variables of that class one. So whenever you are taking a constructor, no need to write any return type, even the void also. So if a ordinary function, you have to specify the type, return type of the function. If function does not returns, you have to write that void. If function returns what type value it returns, that data type you can write. If it is ordinary function, means normal function. But while when you are taken this constructor, don't write any data type, even the void also. That I am repeating again and again. Because only one reason why we can't write anything means this not used to executing the statement. This can be used to just initializing values, assigning values, so that don't write anything. So here X is the member function. Sorry, X is the data member. A is the member function of constructor class A. Right? So see this. See the diagram. So here is we have an arrow pointer also. Class name, method name same. So it is called as constructor. Right? Hmm. So the example, class A, another same example. Here just instead of X we have taken the variable name is number. Right. Suppose you want to assign some one value in number variable. See in this one, class A, int number, public A. So which is same name as class name. So it is called as constructor. Right. So already you know that how to define the class functions outside the class. Class name, scope resolution operator. So first in the class, just a declaration. The definition outside the class, you have to define that constructor. Na? So first class return type, there is no return type, so don't write any return type. So that we are not here also we are not written anything return type before that constructor declaration of constructor. A is first A is called as the class name, scope resolution operator. After that we have another A is also there, that is called as constructor. In that number is just we are initialized the value 1, number is equal to 1, right? So one variable and one constructor is there. So when you are created the object for this A, automatically the one value is assigned in the data member number, means the one value is assigned in the variable number when object is created. See that. So that the example of what is that constructor, right? So that are one what are that constructor. See this. But when you are taking a constructor, or whenever you want to initialize the values by using the constructor, don't write directly the values into the data members, right? These are a characteristic already we have discussed. This is the example of constructor, and which is the same name as class name, right? We have here in C++ three types of constructors. In C++, how many types of constructors? Three types of constructors are there. That is default constructor, parameterized constructor, copy constructor. Any constructor, any type of constructor is same name as class name. Don't forget it, right? Don't forget that the any type of constructor which is same name as class name. The what we have discussed the characters is that are all applicable with this type of characters, constructors also, all types of constructors also, right? Yes. First, see that default constructor. Already we are taken that example. No? We have discussed that example also. Here, class name A is there, constructor is name is also A is there, means it is the function. No? See in this example, in the function within the parenthesis, we are not written anything. So this is constructor, but what type of constructor means this is default constructor, right? So a constructor is same name as class name and not having any arguments. That constructor is known as default constructor. Here A is the constructor now. In A parenthesis we are not written anything. So that it is called as default constructor. A constructor which cannot takes any arguments is known as default constructor, right? So in any number of objects you can create for default constructor of class, in all objects, right, have the same value in this example, right? So finally, what I'm telling here is a constructor which not having any arguments. Arguments in the sense parameters. So a constructor that not having arguments or parameters is known as default constructor. So generally, where we have to write that parameters means in the parenthesis of the constructor, right? So if you are not written anything in that parenthesis, that is constructor is known as default constructor. Means a constructor that accepts no parameters, means no arguments. A constructor which is not having arguments is known as default constructor, or a constructor which that accepts no parameters is known as default constructor. If no constructor is defined, then the compiler supplies a default constructor, right? So the default constructor will be supplied there. So see the example syntax or example. Here we are taking the student class name is student, and constructor student is member function. In the parenthesis, we are not written anything, so that it is called as default. Previous example, we have taken that class name is A. Now in this example, we have taken this class name is student, or anything you can take. But if you are not written any arguments in that constructor, that is called as default, right? So here we have taken one example. See this class name is Q. One variable is there in this data member site in public. We have taken that variable or public section, member function also public section. And one thing know here, generally the constructors you have to write in the public section of the class. Don't write the private section constructor, right? Write that constructors in public section of the class. So variables you can write either private or public section, but the constructor generally write in public section only. Here one variable is there side. In that I want to initialize the value 10, so that we have taken in cube. But in cube, see that in the example, cube after cube we have written one parenthesis, which is not having any argument. In the parents we are not written anything. So that this is called as default constructor. So in that cube definition we have written side is equal 10. Next, in main section we have created one object which name is C. C in the main section. Cube C is there, no? Cube is the class name, C is the object. When you are created like this object, immediately without your initiation, the compiler automatically calls that cube method, means cube function. So first after in the main section, cube C is there, no? C is the object. After executed this statement, the cube constructor is invoked automatically and initializes the value 10 into the variable set. Right? Are you getting that point? So 10 value is initialized, means assigned automatically without initiation, because of it is the constructor. It is called automatically when object is created. In this example, we are taking that object is C. So after executed cube C statement, automatically in class section we are taking that cube method now constructor that is invoked. So invoked means that is executed. So in that what your return side is equal 10. 10 is assigned in variable name is side. So after executed cube C, C is the object here example. So, in memory 10 value is assigned or initialized into side. So in C object, what is the value of side 10? Automatically that statement is executed. Next in C out we have written value is C dot side. C is the object now. Side is the variable is there in object. In that value now you will get. So after executed this program, what is that output you can expect? Value is 10. So see on the screen, right? Value is 10. This is the output. After executed this, now you will get the output is value is 10. Right? So that I have explained here. See this. This is invoked default constructor. So after executed code C, the highlighted block is there now. That default constructor is invoked. See this. It invoked means after invoked, what you are written in this 10 na? 10 value is assigned in side variable. So after executed, you will get output is what is that output of value is 10. This is output after executed this program. So here the two screens. This is the screen. What is this constructor? So this in this the value 10 is assigned in where side variable that is there in the diagram. Okay. Right? Are you understanding here? It's very simple, right? So the constructor which is not having any arguments is known as default. Second type, totally how many types of constructors? Three types are there now. Default, parameterized, copy. Second, parameterized constructor, right? Yes. Uh, Another examples is also there, but no need. Second example, right? Now see this. C++ parameterized second type of constructor. Totally three types now. Default, a constructor which is not having any arguments is known as the default. Parameterized means the name itself we have the definition of. A constructor which is having the parameters means arguments. A constructor which is having the arguments is known as parameterized, or a constructor which is having the parameters is known as parameterized. Otherwise, you can say another way also. A constructor that accepts parameters is known as parameterized constructor. A constructor that not accepts parameters is known as default. Say a constructor which is having parameters or arguments is known as parameterized. Right? A constructor that receives or accepts or anything, receives or accepts anything, you can write. Arguments, parameters is called as parameterized constructor. A constructor with parameters is called as parameterized. All constructor executes at the time of object creation. I have told that now. Any type of constructor is executed whenever object is created. Right? See this example. Parameterized constructor. Here, in previous example, same example, I'll show that. See this here. Student is taken, it right. Once again, right. Here we are taken. Right. Class student is there. In the student, class name, method name same, but in the parenthesis, we are not taken anything. So this is example of default. Same example, see the parameter. Student, class name is student is there. Method name is also student, but in that method, we have the two parameters, int a comma int b. So it is called as parameter. If nothing is there in student, means in parenthesis, that is default. But here we have the two arguments, means two parameters are arguments. Now this is called as parameterized constructor. Right? A constructor which is name is the same name and it accepts the arguments or it receives the arguments or it have the arguments is known as parameter. In this example, class name, method name student. In this, how many arguments are there? Two arguments, int a, int b. So it is called as parameter. Simply, you have to pass the values into this method by using the object. See this. That one another example. Same. Previously, we have taken that cube example, na default. Same. Just parameterized constructor. See this. Class cube in public side, in public code, int x is there. Class name is cube. Method name is also there. Cube. See this. This is one. Parameterized. Right. So in this cube int x is there. Parameter is there. So it is called as parameterized constructor. Right. So this x is there now. See the diagram. So it is parameter. Parameter is there. Right. See this. Cube C1. We have created the three objects. Cube C1 10. When first line is executed, immediately it first line is executed, immediately it calls the cube int x. The 10 is assigned in x, side is equal 10. So in C1 object, x value is 10. Similarly, see that cube C2 20. Again, it calls the same cube, but 20 is assigned in x. That x value is assigned again into side. So in C2, side value is 20. Same like that. 3, C3. In C3, the side value is 30. So we are taken here is three objects. In C1, side value is 10. In C2 object, the side value is 20. In C3 object, the side value is, what is that? 30. So here, see that I will tell the one small difference between default and constructor. In any number of objects, you can create the default. In all the objects, will have the same value. But in parameterized constructor, you can assign the different values in different objects. That is the difference between parameterized and constructor. If you want to assign the different values in different objects of class variables, then we can take the parameter. So if you want to assign the same values in all the objects of data member, then we can take the default. That is the difference. So here C out C1 dot side, then we will get 10 output. C2 dot side 20, C3 dot side 30, right? So this is parameterized constructor, second type of constructor, right? So suppose third type is there, no? Copy constructor. So copy constructor simply right. This is second example. Copy constructor third. So once again I'm repeating that in any constructor, it may be three types of there, no? Parameterized, default, or copy, which is same name as class. Right. These are special type of constructor which takes an argument as which once again I'll repeat that, which takes an object as argument and is used to copy values of data members of one object to into another object. Right. So copy constructor means suppose you have created one object and assigned some value in that object. You want to copy the same of that value in another object. Then we can use this third type of constructor, copy constructor. So copy constructor can be used to copying the one object, data member of one object into another object. Means in C1, suppose you are initialized the value side is equal to same value you want to assign in C3, C2 or C3 or something. Then we can use this copy constructor. So data member of any class object value you want to copy into another object, then we can take this one copy constructor. So copy constructor can be used to copying data member of one object into another object. So generally copy constructor will also have the argument, but reference as the argument. It is like us, it is also takes the arguments. But reference means address of the data member only you can take, or address of the object only. If you want to copy the values of one object into another, then you have to write the address of that object. That is called as reference. So generally in C++ or C language, the reference is ampersand. Right? So see the example class. So are you understanding here? Copy constructor can be used to copying the data member of object value into another new object. It is also takes the arguments, but argument as the reference. See class name constructor, class name address object name. That is here is important. See the example of copy constructor. Here we have taken the student in the three variables are there, means data members, rule number, name, marks, and assigned and one constructor is there, student, int rule number, int nm, row float m, rule number is equal to or some values. Student, see that second constructor is there. Student class name, one constructor is there, parameterized, and another constructor is there, copy constructor. So in this example, we have taken the two constructors. One is parameterized and second one is copy. First one is the student is the parameterized. Second student is there, no? Student address of S is there. Means that is copy. So whatever the value of S, that is while data members of that object is copied in another any new object. See this. This is parameter and this is copy constructor, right? So after this, suppose you are written created object. You can copy in int main. Suppose you can create a student s1 is equal in s1 you can write 101 Raju 80. So that values of s1 you can copy into another, that is s2. So write student in that main only student s1 is equal s2. Then sorry, a student s2 is equal to s1. Then automatically the s1 values what are there. Otherwise you can write student s2 in parenthesis s1. That values are s1 values are copied into s2. That three types of constructors are there. That is default constructor. Second one is I'm showing the screen, right? Parameterized constructor. Third one is copy constructor. Parameterized and copy both the constructors will have the arguments, but copy constructor can be used to copying the data member of one object values into another one. So this is the types of constructors. Discuss in next class another new concept. Okay, na? Right? So three types constructor will take in next class. Okay? So if you have any doubts, you can ask it. I'll give the time. If you have any doubts, you can ask it. Right? If no doubts, I'll end this